Alright, so it's time to start, run, and also stop, and also restart our React application. So in order to start your React application, you're going to use the following command line in your terminal. npm, because I'm using Node Package Manager, space, and start. Hit enter. It's going to take a couple of seconds, and then it's going to start your application. So what can we see in our application? I'm also going to drag it to the right side and make this a bit smaller. Boom, there we go. So our React application consists out of the following. If you take a look in your source, app.js, you will see here the logo, which is this one. You will see your paragraph tag, which is this one. And then you will see this anchor tag linking you to React's main page. So if you click on this, it's going to open up in a new page because its target is blank. It's basic HTML. Check out my web development courses if you don't know HTML and CSS. But you should know it. I told you, don't start learning React if you don't know the basics. But you should know this. I told you, don't start learning React if you don't know the basics. It's just going to be confusing. So this is the main React web page where you can check out their documentation and if you get lost or if you have any kind of deeper question, then check out the web page. So let's go back to our React application. I'm also going to close this one up. Everything that you see in here is our React app. If I would change something, for example, I'm going to change here Mainhard Media, and I'm also going to change this to norbertpm.com, save it. It's going to compile. As I told you, it's compiling this down to regular JavaScript. And now it's outputted here as a simple web page. Now, if you would click on that link, then it's going to lead you to my website. So let me make this a bit smaller again, and let us inspect. Right click, inspect this web page. So let's see what our application actually outputted. Let me zoom in here a bit. So right here, our application, select this part, just outputted a div. So in our root, as you can see here, the body only contains a script, then it contains a root div, and this div contains a div with a class of app, which is this right here, this div with a class of app. It also transpiling this from class name to just class, because this is HTML. Browsers can only recognize HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. They do not recognize React code or JSX code, as you can see here. Then it has our header with a class of header, and then in the header, it has our image, which is now the image is taken directly as an SVG with the class of logo from here. Then it has a paragraph tag and it has the anchor tag. So as you can see, React compiles using its compiler our JSX into regular HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and serves it to the web page. Let me close this up again and make it smaller, make this smaller, and now we can also stop the server. So in order to stop the server, we're going to go down here, hold down Control, and then C. Now, nothing happened yet, but if I would refresh this, you'll see the web page is gone. The application just stopped because the server was just stopped. Web page compiled successfully. This is where the server started. And you can see here, this command means that the server just stopped. How can we start our server? Again, npm space start, and this will restart our server and relaunch our application. Boom, there we go. The application runs on your local host 3000. You can see it up here. If I would just type in another web, open up a new tab, localhost and 3000, hit enter, I'm going to come to my React app again. Now, let's go back to our folder structure here. Now I'm going to start deleting things that we absolutely do not know and are just confusing for the moment. So, app test, delete. Logo SVG, delete. Report web vitals, delete. Setup test, JS, delete. And now our application just broke. Let's fix it. Let's go first things first into our app.js. In here, we have the very first thing that we're importing up here is the import logo from logo.svg. Delete this and also go down here and delete the image. Boom. Hit save and there we go. That is gone. Now let's go further down. This is all that you have to delete here. Also, you know what? Let's just replace this entire thing with, let's type in here an H1. Oh, by the way, first things first. If Emmet is not working for you, so I just typed in H1 in Visual Studio Code, most often the following thing happens. Down here, you see it's looking for the language that you're typing in. And you're not typing in JavaScript. So click on this and search for React. And then you will find JavaScript JSX and TypeScript JSX. Now, we're using only JavaScript. I'm not creating here a TypeScript course. That's a course for the future. For now, just click on JavaScript and it's going to re-recognize everything. And now if you type in H1, it will the Emmet will work again and recognize that this is H1. So let's type in here my first app as a title, hit save, and we still need to fix a couple of things, but you can also delete. Now let's move to index.js. So index.js, we deleted here a couple of things. We deleted from here the report vitals, so I can delete this, and up here also the import for report vitals. Now hit save again, and your application should work. Now right in here in our index, we're not going to do much for now. In a different app, in a different project, we are going to use React DOM for navigation, and that's where we're going to work with this part. Most of our work will happen in app.js, and your app is working again. This is why you're seeing my first app here and also the link. So let's go through the steps again. If you want to start an application, you need to type in npm start or yarn. If you're using yarn instead of npm, you can stop an application by holding down Ctrl and C. This is the same on a Mac and on a PC, and that will stop the development server. We're only using the development server right now. And if you want to rerun, then you can or restart the application, then you need to type in npm start again. A very last thing that I want to show you is the development tools. So right up here in Google, you should see this icon. If you don't have it, then let's go to React Tools for Google, and then you should see React. So let me zoom in here a bit. React Development Tools. Now this is just a extension. I have it already installed. So click on it if you don't have it installed, and then you should see up here only when you're on a React application that this will be orange. Now if you're in a build environment, let me also run so you need to stop the application now, Ctrl C, just stopped it, and run npm run build. This will run a build. Just take a look in your folder. On the left side, you will see a build appearing. And in this build, you will see your static web page. At the end of the day, you will have a static web page. The build folder is ready to be deployed. You may serve it with the static server, serve as build. So let's type in serve-s build, and we do not have a server. Now, I'm not going to create a server for you. You should just click on this link, and this is going to open up the static web page. It's exactly the same thing, but you will not see here. Let me just drag it to the left side. So this is our application in the development process. This is why this icon is orange. Also, if you hover over it, React Tools has access to this site. And if you go to this one, you'll see that React Tools has access to the site. And if you click on it, you won't see everything because they moved it. You need to right click, inspect, and in here you have element consoles. We use this a lot in regular JavaScript. Also, we're going to use it here. But if you click down here, then you'll see something new appearing, and that is components and profiles. And these are the React tools. Now hit on components, and you won't see anything excepting this React DOM and the version that the application was built in. Now, if you go to a React app in your development environment, you can see here, this is orange. Right click, inspect, right, then go to components, and now you will see here one single component, which is the application component. Now for the moment, it doesn't have any kind of properties. This is completely empty. Can't do anything in here, but we're going to come to this just in a couple of seconds. Also, if you go to profile, you won't see here anything, but we're going to get into this. So let's recap. We can start React app. We can close React. Also, let's just restart our application. So going to Ctrl C here. It's going to shut everything down. And then we can npm start, and this should restart our application. Okay, there we go. Our application is working again. So I'm going to close everything up here, excepting our React app. Close up the console, move this to the right, and that's it for now. So let's move on.